I'm in the overworld. I am using Aggron.
All or nothing.
Really, there's just something so satisfying about mowing down everything with Aggron. Oh, shoot, go get stuff.
Stream 4.
You're not supposed to touch those, like, at all. Looky, looky, but no touchy, touchy. If you touchy, touchy, they sticky, sticky with the glicky, glicky. Yeah, but it's like, it's up there with, like, war crimes for the genre show. They don't mess with that. This is, in general, supposed to be, like, actually an out of, like, restricted area. Very few people are allowed here anyway. In general, it's considered trespassing to be here. I feel like inspecting them and all that could trigger something eventually. Who knows? Like, check every egg could be a thing. Like, that's really the logic of some of these, like, achievements. You checked them all. Congratulations. Here's 5 jig.
Stream 4. The gleam of old blades.
Is that everything? It appears so. I'm still gonna take a look around just to make sure there's no random lingering quest stuff. As that often happens. There could be the protector quest here. The bottle in the ocean quest. I don't see a mysterious figure here anymore. Honestly? Oh, right. I was farming at work.
Harmony and unison.
So like, I finished my last dog, and it was raining outside. We had no walk-ins, so it was like, okay, if the one walk-in that did come in didn't have the rabies paperwork, so it's like, okay, well then. Okay. Which also means to be able to split my stream today. Finally.
Liquidation.
One day, 8 hours before that resets, huh? That's what here's the setting different. Hmm. Honestly, that is look pretty good. Cleared on those. Yeah. Let's do the quest.
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
Start with the good stuff. Compliments make me better, so remember to say lots of nice things.
The schools, race, and rights.
Not bad. You've made... Now, I'd love to hear your...
Ah.
Let's do it! I remember Yanqing once said, do you feel any closer? Ah, yes, absolutely.
Hello, Hoa.
You too. Thanks, Wawa. Don't mention...
But seriously, didn't...
No, still. If that's how I beat him, it'd be a little... Actually, I have no idea.
I get it. Some people never learn, no matter how many times you knock them down. They'll never admit defeat or learn anything.
So, how do we get him to admit
Listen, kid, I'm not trying to rag on you, but you're always playing into Scott's hands with your approach. He set up these rules for a fight between his mechs and your sword, and you agreed. Then he laid out what to do if you win or lose, and you agreed again. It's basically just another one of Scott's organized sports events, and it's not even fun if you win. Looks like you've come to the right person. I'm a heliobus, and I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. Just remove my seal. Just possessing him won't be enough. I'm gonna get inside his head. Just wait and see.
Something we can look into.
Change his mind and admit defeat wholeheartedly.
Let's just leave it. Yeah.
Oh, you're awesome, Mr. Tail.
Prison our hero March 7th.
I'm not hiding or backing down. You challenged me, and I'm here to accept it.
We're here to fight.
A threatening letter? What are you even talking about?
Oh, stop playing dumb. Didn't you slip this into my pocket?
Mr. Scott, a great sinner of arrogance, you have inflicted your twisted lust for power upon that innocent shop owner and insulted the... We have decided to make you confess all your crimes in person. The time for change is now.
The writing is terrible. I wouldn't have understood it if you hadn't just read it to me.
What the heck did you just say?
Hey, who said that?
No one said anything. You must have imagined it.
Well, enough for chit-chat. March 7th, I'm going to make you bark. I didn't even see her draw her sword. Time seemed to freeze, and all I saw was a flash of green fire. In an instant, I remembered staring out at the sea as a child, glimpsing a faint green light through the thick fog, which turned out to be the home of that girl, Rakshmi. Seriously, who lights a green lantern in their house? Those guys must be nuts. Why am I suddenly remembering these things? Is my life flashing before my eyes? Am I dead?
Looks like this is Scott's mind. I'd better find where his most twisted desires are lurking.
Oh shit. It gets to be the tail.
Scott, get your butt over here.
This guy looks just like his old man. Humans spent decades trying to heal their childhood traumas, and Scott might be no different.
What's with all the yelling on the weekend, Dad? We're sleeping.
Sleeping? How many times do I have to tell you? Do credits sleep? Does the free market sleep? Does the invisible hand sleep? Forget it, we'll discuss this later. Pafana's parents came by earlier. They heard about Pafana breaking his leg while playing Skyguard, and they found out that you carried him to the hospital. So they decided to visit the father of their son's best friend.
So, Scott was kind-hearted as a kid.
You idiot! Aren't you and Pafana competing for the captain position on the Skydark team? Why are you befriending your own rival? And you even carried him to the hospital? You're such a caring guy, aren't you? Lyndon Scott, how many times have I told you that our Scott family crest is the Lone Wolf, and our family motto is no enemies, no friends, only prey. Would you carry your prey to the hospital?
Well, little Scott was pretty unfortunate to be born into such a family.
But, Dad, I broke his leg on purpose. If I hadn't taken him to the hospital, others would have suspected me.
Wait, what?
So that's how it is. Oh, gee. I'm so sorry, Scott. I shouldn't have scolded you. Oh, I apologize.
It's okay, Dad, because you're the best.
I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It seems his most twisted desires aren't here.
Scott Sr., you're suspected of accepting a huge bribe. Now come with us.
Ah, the old guy got caught!
I knew this day would eventually come. I only have one question, Captain. Who sold me out?
An internal tip-off. We're not allowed to disclose any details.
An internal tip-off. Most of those involved have neither the motive nor the evidence. Who could it be?
It was me, Dad. I turned you in.
You? Scott? You're the one who turned me in?
Oh, man! This guy is heartless! The old guy looks like he's about to cry!
I'm so proud of you.
Proud?
Dad.
Use me as a stepping stone to reach greater heights. Lyndon Scott, you are the pride of the Scott family. A true lone wolf. And your dad is so proud of you.
I'll do as you've taught me, Father.
Jeez, this guy is simply hopeless. His most twisted desires aren't here at all.
Hey, Scott. My best buddy. I'm getting transferred to the Tartarian. Let's grab a drink after work.
This guy actually has friends? Maybe I can find something here that'll make him change his ways.
The Tartarian? That's the frontier fortification vessel, isn't it? You haven't slipped up at work lately, have you?
So it was you who meddled and got me transferred, right? No one else on our team has the skill to pull something like this off.
Come on! Why am I not surprised at all?
It couldn't be helped. Your position was so desirable, I had to make a move.
It's not just about the position, is it? There's also Rakshmi. No one will ever compete with you for her again.
Rakshmi? Glimpsing a faint green light through the thick fog. Could it be that Rakshmi is the love of Scott's life?
Please, promise me that you'll treat her well.
Of course, Ashavat. Go to the Tartarian without worries. I'll take care of her while you're away.
Seems like his most twisted desires are not here either.
How long have we known each other, Scott?
Around 7 or 8 years? Why?
We've been working together for so long, and I just realized our hometowns are so close to each other. Talk about a coincidence.
Yeah, we never get a chance to talk about this stuff at the office.
Oh, I didn't realize Scott was actually a scumbag with a pure heart.
All these years, there's something I've been keeping to myself. Too afraid to tell you.
You like me, don't you?
Why are you being so blunt?
Oh, well done, Scott. I like your straightforward style.
Yeah. I want to be your girlfriend, Scott.
Gotcha, Scott. Ooh, I found your weakness.
Gotcha! Gotcha off guard!
Wait, what?
I recorded everything! You know office romances are strictly forbidden in our department. Once I make this recording public, you'll never be able to compete with me for the specialist position.
What the?
Well... Alright. That's exactly what I love about you, Scott.
What the heck?
I'll step aside for you. But when the day comes that I surpass you in the same manner, I hope you'll acknowledge my intentions.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm a lone wolf, remember?
Oh, he's such a jerk!
Why does he suck so much?
must be Scott himself. The crown behind him must be his most twisted desire. Oh, finally, I found the depths of your hopeless soul. I'll strip away your twisted desires.
Who are you? This is my place. How did you get in here?
I can come and go as I please. Do I need your permission? Let me tell you something. In your quest to reach the top, you've trampled over everything that's decent.
It's all about success. I'm the pride of the Scott family, a certified lone wolf. I'll do whatever it takes to reach the pinnacle of life.
But are you truly happy? You've sacrificed your family, your friends, and your love. All for those meaningless credits. Ask yourself, are you truly happy?
Am I happy? Am I truly happy? Oh, I'm so happy! I'm ecstatic! You couldn't even begin to imagine how happy I am! Sacrificing my emotions? Ha! What a joke! What good do my emotions do me? Can they turn into a delicious meal or a glass of wine? Can they pilot a starship? Or buy me a mansion? So, answer me this. Do you think anyone would pay credits for my emotions? No way! But I can trade my credits for emotions. With enough credits, I can make anyone my friend.
This man is truly hopeless. Maybe I need to try a different approach this time.
But I'm not about to spend my hard-earned credits on something as pointless as emotions. I'm a lone wolf. A lone wolf from the Scott family. With no enemies or friends. Only prey.
Bring it on, Scott the Lone Wolf. I'll show you what I'm made of.
Go Nuppy!
Not the party I was exactly expecting, but it's fine.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. In still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Specialist Scott! Specialist Scott! What's the matter?
Oh.
Specialist Scott, March 7th swung her sword, and something green entered your body. Then you froze and started muttering something. Are you okay?
Hey! March 7th! What did you do to Specialist Scott?
Me? I didn't do anything. Seriously. Mr. Tail, what did you do to Scott?
Come on, what are you thinking? I just stripped away his most twisted desire. Watch what's about to happen.
Oh, Scott seems weird. Did you really make him change his ways, Mr. Tail?
Well, this is my first time doing something like this, so I'm not sure how things will turn out.
managed to make a guy like him turn over a new leaf. You're amazing, Mr. Tail.
I'm even more amazing than you think. Look, it's kicking in now. Oh!
Specialist Scott, what's wrong with you? Specialist Scott, snap out of it!
What have you done to him, Mr. Tail?
I removed his twisted desires, and now he's genuinely trying to become a lone wolf. Yeah, you'd ought to remember it's best not to make an enemy out of Huahua.
Don't fight me, Specialist Scott! Run for your life! Specialist Scott has gone insane!
Aw, I thought Mr. Tail would possess me and teach me some super cool Heliobus swordplay.
Nah, I told you I'm not really one for violence.
Do 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 do. Ta-da.
Oh, wow, your handwriting is so beautiful. Can you teach Mr. Tail sometime?
Hey, this little one is getting cheeky. Now you're being sarcastic with me, huh?
What are you writing, March?
I'm writing a letter to the Astral Express. It's been a while, and I thought I should let them know that I'm safe and sound here. You know that poem from the Cienjo, right? We like March. Her shoes are purple. She is new and high.
March, I don't think that poem is about you.
Huh? Writing a letter just to let the crew know you're doing all right? Do you guys not have phones?
That lacks a sense of propriety. I'm not just writing a letter. I'm writing a handwritten letter. I've got to show them I'm really on the Cienjo.
You should also tell them about our glorious victory.
I didn't skip work to watch you write a letter. Come on, let's play Celestial Jade together. Hurry up! Hurry up!
Just give me a sec. I'll play with you once I'm done. Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Cienjo Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? Master Yenshing? Master Yunli? You're teaching rocks! Shame my body can't keep up with my brain.
So, yeah. I think that is everything for this. What's the achievement? Bearing it for 10. Cool. Eidolon. Yes.
Finally! Some recognition for training my butt off!
I mean, maybe. Wah, wah. Not nearly as much as I was hoping for. That's alright. I got 5. Oh, shit. Right. Yeah, for now I've got 5. Kind of forgot about... Oh. Yeah, we got a lot there, huh? Bless me. Would it be worth it? No. Honestly, even getting her up to E2 would be really good. Okay. Okay. We probably won't hit it within 30, but that's fine. We're not gonna be lucky like that twice, right? Okay. Sold out of those. We're not sold out of these. What's wrong, mate? Alright, let's trace this. Yeah. Got the ultimate up to 10 finally. That's pretty good.
Ever since March started learning swordplay from Yancheng and Yun Li, her voice has been absent on the Express. I wonder how well she's progressing. Where has she been these days? Oh my god. Oh! There's a whole nother quest after you finish, oh. Interesting.
Very interesting. She's over there, but I'm checking with you. What's up?
Ah, there you are. I was looking around before you got here. I already looked everywhere, but March 7th is nowhere to be found. Nope. Let's just assume she successfully skipped class. Actually, she's been quite diligent in her swordplay practice and hasn't taken many breaks lately. I think she deserves a day off. Besides, I used to skip classes even more than her back when I was still learning. If I was in the mood, I could train for 3 days straight. But if I wasn't in the mood, none of my seniors could find me. So, I can understand where she's coming from. Don't make excuses for her. Since you're here, let me treat you to some tasty food. I'm more interested in you today. Let's walk and talk. Chad told me there's tasty food in Arum Alley. Let's go there.
Dumplings and steamed buns. The buns are huge.
A table for two, please.
All right, come on in. What would you like?
Well, we'll have one of everything on the menu.
The entire menu?
Do you think it'll be enough? Oh, don't worry. There are two of us.
Well, then I'll start making a few dishes, and if you need more, just let me know.
Thank you. No, I've thought about it. She deserves a day off. Yeah, I mean, not too much, actually. Grandpa said to never be stingy when it comes to making friends. So, how big is your appetite? Then eat to your heart's content. Well, to be more precise, I'm interested in your sword. Yanqing mentioned you before. He said that you're not to be underestimated, and that your weapon has a unique shape. So I've always been curious about your sword. How the weight is distributed, what material it's made of, whether it contains
You
any
see,
special
she
ingredient,
is the weapon.
what kind of sword techniques you use.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. She does use a baseball bat.
Seriously? A bat? Just the opposite. This is fascinating.
Huh?
So, it really is a baseball bat. Grandpa said that a sword doesn't have to be constrained by its shape. So, in a sense, your bat is a sword too. He also said that a weapon mimics its master. So, your bat actually reflects your habits and nature, you know? Let me guess. You're someone who doesn't follow the rules, enjoys improvising, and can handle yourself well against tough foes.
Get out of my head! Have you been watching me?
Amazing, right? And I bet you always say something silly like, rules are made to be broken.
How many times are you gonna say that?
I've come across so many sword wielders who acted all righteous and moral, but were
Righteous, dude.
Their swords always told the truth, though. They told me that their wielders were just a bunch of frauds who relied on their divine weapons for everything. I've hunted down hundreds of swords like this so far, and every single one of them has been melted down. Yes, but only for those who cross the line. Melting their swords is my way of protecting those weapons. But just looking at a sword is not enough. Grandpa always says, words and expressions can be deceiving, but in a fight to the death, a sword's movements never lie. The war dance is just around the corner. You'll be participating, right?
Miss Yun Li, for talented sword masters like you, the war dance is a perfect opportunity to show off your skills and make a name for yourself. But for people like her who have already made significant contributions to the Xianzhou, they maybe don't need to prove themselves on the war dance stage. It has been a while, Miss Nameless.
Thank you.
And you are?
Thank you for your introduction, Miss Nameless. I'm Shi Kuei, and I work in the Palace of Astrum as the secretary for the Helmmaster. I apologize for interrupting your conversation. I happened to hear you discussing the war dance. And since this person is an old acquaintance, I thought I'd come and say hello. Yes, with the war dance approaching, many guests from afar are pouring in. Mr. Pavo here is one of them. He's from the distant planet Kalevala. Mr. Pavo's planet recently joined the Pan-Cosmic Trade System. He brought his delegation here this time, not only for business, but also to return something that belongs to the Xianzhou.
Miss Shikui, the word gift is perhaps more fitting than return. While it did once belong to the Xianzhou, we faced many tribulations to be able to deliver it here, so it should be considered a gift.
I apologize for my poor choice of words. Mr. Pavo's delegation brought a legendary Xianzhou sword that had been lost for centuries. General Huayan plans to personally thank them at the Palace of Astrum and present the sword as a prize to the champion of the war dance. Mr. Pavo and I were actually on our way there. Since you two were talking so enthusiastically about the war dance, maybe you'd be interested in joining us at the Palace of Astrum?
Nice to meet you both. The journey to the Xianzhou Laofu wasn't an easy one, but the scenery here is worth it. It's completely different from my homeland. Once the formalities at the Palace of Astrum are finished, I'll find a quiet spot on this street and plant a seedling. And then my mission will be complete. The Sword of Heroes will finally be returned to its rightful owners. Oh, you're interested in my home planet? That's great. Your Excellency is welcome to visit us at any time. Even though the trade route just opened, it still might take around 200 system hours to get there from Pier Point. But our planet is really great. Sure, it's a bit cold and the food is a bit repetitive and our houses aren't as fancy as those on Pier Point, but that doesn't matter. We've discovered massive supernium deposits, and we're on the path to prosperity. Oh, you mean the Mieka Kivesa? It's an incredible sword. That weapon helped the legendary heroes of my homeland slay demons, and is highly revered. It also has the power to choose monarchs. All the ancient kings of Kalevala received a sign from the sword, showing they were worthy to rule the land. According to tradition, each monarch would plunge the sword into a stone, and only a hero recognized by the sword could pull it out and ascend to the throne next. Well, those are just legends from the past. No one today has witnessed it firsthand. Well, times have changed, and now that we have a council in place, the idea of a sword crowning a king has become a joke. Besides, it wasn't a native of Kalevala who last pulled out the sword and recognized its connection to the Xianzhou ship. It was a visitor from afar. While the sword holds great historical significance for Kalevala, it doesn't truly belong to our world. The old-timers on Council had a heated debate about whether to return the sword. They eventually unanimously agreed to let the Mieka Kivesa return to where it truly belongs. That's the best possible outcome. Wonderful. It's an honor to have so many people witness the sword's homecoming.
Let's head to the Palace of Astrum together. Hmm? I know, right? Thanks to March 7th skipping class, we get to join in on the fun. Grandpa always asks me to go look at swords with him, but he hasn't said anything about this one. It's really weird. But now that we're invited, let's go and check it out.
Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
I'm just stretching, guys. I'm right here. Oof. Kidding me.
There you are. Come on, let's go to the ceremony together.
Just in case, let's make sure I have like a proper party. Because like they surprised me with like surprise battle. Let's do that proper this time, right?
Please allow me to offer a sincere compliment, my fair lady. Your beauty is as pure as a snow-white iris. Well, if it isn't my dear friend, glad to meet you again.
Who is this weirdo?
Oh no, not him.
Who is this knight?
Yeah.
I am Argenti, a member of the Knights of Beauty. I was invited as a part of the Kalevala delegation to escort the legendary Mieka Kivesa back to the Xianzhou. May I have the honor of knowing your name?
My name is Yun Li.
What a beautiful name! I wonder if you have ever heard the holy name of the pure and flawless Goddess Adrilla.
Oh, you're here, Yun Li. Didn't expect you to be so well informed. Well, now that you're here, don't forget your manners.
Manners. Come on. You won't find another granddaughter as polite and well-behaved as me.
Well, just remember this is a very serious ceremony. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Mr. Pavo. Now, let the sword gifting ceremony begin.
Before the ceremony officially commences, I want to express my gratitude to the Knight Argenti. Thank you for enlightening us about the sword's origin and for escorting it here safely so that we may complete this ceremony. On behalf of the Kalevalan delegation, I, Pavel Kalistaya, am here to return the legendary Mieka Kifesa to the Xianzhou Alliance, its rightful homeland.
I'm truly grateful for Kalevala's noble act of returning the sword and for the Knight of Beauty's chivalry. Now, as we gather here on the Xianzhou Laofu, I officially welcome the sword back to its homeland. Mieka Kifesa. It's a fitting name for a sword with such a legendary past. I still remember the name engraved on this sword the day it was forged. Guyin. It was forged by Han Guang, a craftsman from the Zhu Ming's Pyrojaya Forge.
Wait. Hangguang?
Although its blade is worn and cracked, its essence remains as resilient as the Xianzhou Cloud Knights. All it needs is some repairs and polishing by the skilled craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission to regain its former glory. I've decided to entrust this sword, Guyin, to the Laofu Artisanship Commission for restoration. Furthermore, it will serve as the prize for the champion of the Laofu War Dance. This sword will be wielded against abominations to protect our homeland and live up to the mission of the Kalevalan delegation that returned it from so far away.
Thank you, General. It is an honor for Kalevala.
Now, esteemed Knight and delegation members, please head to the Artisanship Commission, where...
No! This sword was forged by Hangguang.
Yun Li! These esteemed guests have brought back your father's last work. Where are your manners?
Oh, I didn't realize this sword was actually forged by your father. Returning it to its rightful owner is,
Grandpa, give me that cursed sword right now! I'll melt away the remnants of that man's curse once and for all!
Don't be rude, Yun Li. Apologize to our esteemed guests from afar.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making a scene. But I have to melt down this cursed sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands.
Yun Li, please, go for now. This is exactly why I didn't want Yun Li to know about this. I didn't want to create trouble, but trouble found its way here anyway. Perhaps it really is divine intervention. Could you, please, keep an eye on Yun Li for me? That is a tall order, but I'm counting on you.
Count on me.
I apologize for the unfortunate interruption. Let us move on with the ceremony.
Unless I'm mistaken, Yun Li should be around here somewhere.
Nothing in this report makes sense.
That's a hefty battleship there.
Did you put up the ads this time?
If I come out on top at the war dance, I'll be able to make a name for myself.
Wait a minute. Not.
That's a hefty battleship there.
Oh my god, there she is.
Stop watching me and say something. Did Grandpa send you to look for me? I bet he did. Really? Just so you know, I'm here just waiting for the perfect moment to snatch that sword. And once I have it, I'll melt it down before anyone can react. Don't even think about stopping me. No one can stop me. Grandpa sent you here. Surely he doesn't want you to help me. Have you heard of cursed swords? That sword is one. You've clearly heard a lot of folk tales. But that's not the kind of cursed sword I'm talking about. A cursed sword lets anyone, even a complete novice, wield it with insane skill. Just by holding the hilt, even the weakest rookie can brandish it with incredible speed and strength. I'm not joking around. And I'm not making up some crazy story. While a cursed sword grants instant abilities to its wielder, it comes at a cost. It's like continuously adding fuel to the forge. With each swing, the sword drains the wielder's blood and essence. Day by day, the fuel will run out, leaving nothing but an empty husk. Soon enough, it will no longer be a person wielding a sword, but a mindless, killing machine, consumed by bloodlust and murderous thoughts. I wonder if you've ever heard of a creature called a heliobus. It loves to feed on human emotions and memories, and excels at manipulating its hosts. There was a lunatic swordsmith who infused metal blades with heliobi, as he was obsessed with turning weapons into living things. And this is how cursed swords were made. I know, I shouldn't have caused a scene at the sword gifting ceremony. But I've thought this through. If I don't make a fuss now, that cursed sword will cause a whole lot more trouble. So it's better if it's me causing the trouble. By the way, aren't they supposed to be taking the sword to the Artisanship Commission for repairs? Why haven't they come out yet? Any ideas? Looks like they're not going to show up here. I'll just head straight to the Artisanship Commission. It doesn't matter why Grandpa chose that sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands. I'll track down every single sword he forged and melt them down one after another. Just like I've been doing all these years. I have to go now.
Is she planning to sneak into the Artisanship Commission and steal that sword? Maybe I should keep an eye on her. The Artisanship Commission is so big. Where could she be?
Just a while ago, a girl came up to me, all fierce and demanding directions. She said she's a member of the Artisanship Commission. Do you know her?
No idea who she is. If she really works here, how can she not know her way around?
Oh, I see. That explains it then.
Explains what? It explains nothing at all.
She said something like, I'm a member of the Artisanship Commission. Where do you keep your precious stuff? I got scared and pointed her toward Master Gongshu's warehouse, where he stores his arumatons.
Wait, why did you give her directions? What if she's planning to steal something?
Where else? Like I said, she was headed straight for the warehouse, where all the valuable arumatons are.
Yeah, that place is filled with Master Gongshu's precious arumatons. I bet they'll give her a hard time.
Can't activate it.
Stream 4. Stream 4. The gleam of old blades.
see how this party works out.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Yes, you!
No dirty tricks, alright.
On the still waters of oblivion. Another blood debt repaid.
What are you doing here? Look, if I get into trouble, it's my problem. I don't want to drag you into it. Fine. Let's smash these metal cans first. Then...
Bet.
Go Nappy! Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
It's playing the long game.
Right on time.
Watch your head.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Right on time.
Ba-boom.
Lead through clouds!
Not bad.
Spend freely.
Destined for oblivion.
Especially because she's half geared, man. That ain't bad at all.
That was the last of them. Thank you for helping me out. This place is heavily guarded. But there's nothing but arumatons. Where is the arsenal? Seems like not even those craftsmen know where the arsenal is. At this rate, we won't find anything. And Grandpa might take me away before I can do anything. You're not really here to help me. You're here to stop me, right? No. It's not. Grandpa made a promise to the delegation, and going back on his word would tarnish his reputation and make things difficult for the Lofu. But leaving that cursed sword here will also make things difficult for the Lofu. So all things considered, the best outcome is for me to melt that sword down and take all the blame. You probably think I'm being impulsive and unreasonable, right? Hey, I'm not always like this. It's all because of that cursed sword. Look, I owe you an explanation, but this isn't the best place to talk. We need to find somewhere else. Let me be clear, though. I'm still pretty riled up. This is just a temporary break. I already told you about Guyan, the sword that was returned during the ceremony. It's a cursed sword, with a heliobus inside. And Hongguang, the swordsmith who forged it, is my father. I rarely mention his name to anyone other than Grandpa. Maybe, like you said, I've been avoiding having to talk about him. But as long as my mission to hunt down cursed swords continues, it's impossible to avoid the topic forever. For some reason, I feel like I can open up to you. Honestly, I don't remember much about him. All I know is that the Pyrogyre Forge used to be a bustling place, with people from all over coming to get one of his swords. They called him the greatest master craftsman since Yingxing. I didn't catch all the details, but I do remember seeing him forge those amazing swords, while the visitors watched with smiles on their faces. I used to believe that craftsmen brought happiness to others. The swords crafted by the Pyrogyre Forge are famed across the stars. They possess exceptional sharpness and invincibility. With these legendary weapons, even ordinary people can become skilled warriors, capable of overcoming the most formidable opponents. But then, he became obsessed with becoming a famed swordsmith, and started crossing all sorts of lines. He forged cursed swords that should never exist. And all those people who desired those twisted swords started flooding into the palace. However, just like Grandpa said, those who excel with the sword will eventually suffer by it. The palace was overrun with visitors from afar. Some left empty-handed. Others got swords that didn't fulfill their desires. And some even resorted to stealing. And in the midst of all the chaos my father created, he ended up being stabbed by one of the swords he forged. It was so sudden and unexpected. Everything went silent for a moment. All I could hear was the sound of bones breaking and blood pouring out. I was frozen in place, unable to move. It was only when my mother pushed me away from the deadly swing of the cursed sword that I managed to escape. I don't remember much after that, except for the pounding of my heart and the sound of my own gasps of breath. I could hear the smiths in the Pyrogyre Forge shouting, "Run away, Yunli!" And the screams of agony. My tears wouldn't stop, and I couldn't see anything. I kept gasping for air until I collapsed in a pool of blood. If General Huayan hadn't arrived in time, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you now. After that, General Huayan took me in and treated me like his own granddaughter. To me, he is 100 times better than my sinful father. He taught me forging and swordsmanship. Hangguang paid for his sins, but his troubled legacy must not go unchecked. According to the records, he forged a total of 1,382 Heliobus cursed swords, and 182 of them had unique designs. When I joined the Pyrogyre Forge for training, I made a vow to hunt down all those cursed swords. So far, I found 312 of them, and Guyan will be my 313th. Like all the other cursed swords, I'll separate it from the Heliobus. Then, I'll melt it down and make it part of the Blade of Forged Remnants. I've said my piece now. Even though it'll be tough for Grandpa, I still have to melt down the sword. Those travelers who came seeking Hangguang's swords all came in the name of justice and honor. Most of those so-called great heroes were heartless killers. They are only called heroes because they won. Many of the cursed swords I've destroyed had honorable
And grand names, too. A legendary sword and a butcher's knife are often just different ways of describing the same thing. Somehow, after talking to you, I feel like I've cooled off a bit. Well, I'll have an honest conversation with Grandpa tomorrow. And I won't take any action against Gu Yun until he gives me his reasons. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that in a public place. Anyway, thank you. We'll catch up tomorrow.
I should go back to the Palace of Astrum and tell General Huayan what happened at the Artisanship Commission.
Haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorn.
My granddaughter didn't cause any trouble, did she, young lady? Sorry for all this trouble. Yun Li told you quite a bit. Now it's time for this old man to tell my side of the story. Han Guang was my beloved disciple. A rare genius not seen in the Pyrogyre Forge since Yingxing. However, talent can sometimes be a curse. He had an unusual fervor for forging, and he dreamed of forging a sword with self-awareness that surpassed that of humans. He believed it would make warriors invincible without any training. According to him, while weapons of mass destruction like dooming flames and alchemical arrows can destroy many enemies, true victory lies with soldiers who fearlessly fight, ready to lay their lives on the line. Usually, Xianzhou swordsmiths infuse a basic level of awareness into their swords to make them easier to wield. But even then, soldiers need to experience countless battles to overcome fear and sharpen their instincts. So, by infusing Heliobi into swords, he managed to forge weapons that could grant their wielders strength and valor, and even make decisions for them. However, weapons are different from regular tools. They are meant to kill, plain and simple. After countless battles, all the anger, fear, and bloodlust are soaked up by the Heliobi within the swords. The soldiers wielding them not only gain strength, but they also become consumed by the malice, turning them into puppets possessed by the swords. No matter how noble Han Guan's intentions were, those weapons, soaked in blood, turned into cursed swords eventually. Later, Outworlders got wind of what he was doing and encouraged him to keep forging cursed swords. They came up with all sorts of reasons, from taking back their kingdoms to slaying demons. And you know what happened next. That massacre took her parents' lives, and the lives of many craftsmen in the Pyrojaya Forge. Yes, I don't want her to spend her whole life trapped under her father's shadow. She doesn't deserve to carry the weight of his mistakes. Despite her vow to hunt down and wipe out all cursed swords, fulfilling that vow requires immense effort. Traversing the starry seas in search of the swords is like finding a needle in a haystack. And to reclaim those swords, she has to duel the bloodthirsty wielders, teetering on the edge of life and death. She has taken back over 300 cursed swords, and has suffered the same number of fatal wounds. I took her in to give her a chance at a normal childhood, not to send her on a sword-hunting journey. Even if she manages to melt down all the cursed swords one day, what will she do with her life after? Hu Yin is indeed one of the cursed swords forged by Han Guang. Very few swordsmiths could use Heliobai as forging material, and Han Guang was one of them. His attempt came at a terrible cost. I thought this sword could be an opportunity. I wanted to tell her that her father wasn't all evil, that even the man she resents so much managed to forge a true sword of heroes. I also wanted to find a chance to tell her about the history and origin of this sword, but not during the ceremony. As you saw, it wasn't a good time. I've instructed the Artisanship Commission to keep the sword safe in the arsenal. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask the people involved. Since my granddaughter mentioned talking to me tomorrow, I'll be waiting for her. By the way, you watched over her for quite some time. You must be exhausted, aren't you? I'll be counting on you then.
Time to go back and find that class-skipping March 7th.
If there's something you don't understand,
the internal affairs of the Xianzhou.
New job application forms? The files are all prepped.
A hologram.
But you have to trust me.
Bruh.
The Xianzhou are here. If you ever...
Oh, pom pom.
Something the matter?
Do 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 do.
All right, everyone is here. It's time for questioning.
Yun Li, I'm sure you understand why the official called you here, right?
Yeah? But I didn't steal the sword.
Now is not the time to use your reputation like that. If we don't recover the sword, we will be breaking our promise to the Lawfu and betraying the delegation. We're counting on you to find the truth, Official Dahao.
Yes. It's my duty to thoroughly investigate the case. Even though Yunli is firm in her words, you can't just rely on her testimony.
After everything, the sword still got stolen. They should have given it to me from the beginning.
In this case of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved seems suspicious to some extent. Miss Yunli is the main suspect. First, during the sword gifting ceremony, Yunli openly expressed her intention to steal the sword. She even mentioned it multiple times. After the ceremony, she broke into the Artisanship Commission and destroyed Arumatons in an attempt to get the sword. Am I right?
That's true.
The Realm Keeping Commission inspected the arsenal where Gu Yun was stored, and there were no signs of forced entry through the doors or windows. The only possible entrance or exit was a small window gap, just a few inches wide.
If March 7th were here, she'd probably jinx it and accidentally reveal who the thief was.
The box containing Gu Yun was opened and the sword went missing. But none of the other swords in the room were touched. Which means...
Yeah, I don't think it was stolen on a whim.
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only Gu Yun. So, besides the ceremony participants, only the delegation members had access to the sword. In that case, why would they return it to the Xianzhou in the first place? That makes sense. The delegation, led by the Knight of Beauty, delivered the sword to the Artisanship Commission. The craftsmen who received it testified that they didn't take anything from the arsenal. Argenti? Oh, that Knight of Beauty. He was with the delegation when they handed over the sword to the Artisanship Commission. You might not know, but he's the one who recognized the sword's origin on Kalevala and escorted it back to the Xianzhou. In other words, he's the one who made it possible for the sword to come home. So, he wouldn't have gone through all that trouble to bring it to the Lawfu if he wanted to keep the sword for himself, right? Master Gongshu checked the work records, and I questioned all the craftsmen and apprentices who were on shift at the time. But I didn't find any suspicious individuals. So, did you steal it? Then stop joking around.
I can prove that she came to me after leaving the Artisanship Commission, so she couldn't have stolen the sword.
To put it simply, not everyone who's seen the sword has been to the Artisanship Commission, and not everyone who might want the sword has seen it. So, the only remaining suspect is Miss Yunli.
Fair enough.
So...
I didn't steal the sword.
Well, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. If you want to prove me wrong...
Let me gather my thoughts. I need to help Yunli clear her name. Did we miss any clues?
I don't want to make things difficult for Official Dahao. Let's do this his way, and prove my innocence. If I can find that cursed sword, I can prove my innocence right away. Well, don't blame me if I find it first. And melt it down. There's something else bothering me. Why would the thief take the sword, but leave the case behind? Did they melt down the sword like I wanted to? I mean, carrying around the sword like that would be pretty conspicuous. Wouldn't a thief prefer to take the case as well?
Who could have thought that the Mieka Kivesa would be stolen? And that the prime suspect is General Huayan's granddaughter? Regardless, we've accomplished our mission. And now it's the Xianzhou's problem. By the way, why did that girl call it a cursed sword? It's quite upsetting. That's enough, young lady. Let me get something straight. On Kalevala, this sword has always been highly revered. The first master of the Mieka Kivesa slew countless demons and then passed it down to a line of wise monarchs. The monarchs would heed the guidance of the hero spirits within the sword and gain insight into defeating their enemies. What is, Helio? What? Never mind. The point is that the Mieka Kivesa did help the ancestors of Kalevala build a strong foundation. It's definitely not a cursed sword.
Hey, close that window.
If you've found any clues. All right.
So, the thief took the sword from the case without picking the lock? Why is this flower petal inside the case?
Flower petal.
Yun Li says she didn't steal the sword, and I am willing to believe her. But I know well that Yun Li can be impulsive. So if she did steal the sword on a whim, I won't show her any favors. You were with Yun Li yesterday, young lady, so you have the best chance to prove her innocence. Is there anything you need to ask me? No, she was still mad at me, so she didn't come by. If she had come with you, she wouldn't be a suspect right now. After the ceremony, Argenti carried the sword case, and together with the delegation, they were escorted by the Cloud Knights to the Artisanship Commission. The artisan there confirmed that the sword was safely stored. I'm counting on you, then.
I received your... But when I went back this morning, all that was left was the case. I don't know anything else, so asking more questions won't help, I'm afraid. However, as the Master Artisan of the Artisanship Commission, I've got to clarify something. Even though the sword was stolen, this commission is still highly secure. Wait, no. I just remembered. My precious Arumatons was smashed!
If you found any clues...
Thank you. But I'm not sure if I can convince Mr. Daw how.
100% sure. Fine. Let me go through my reasoning again, and you can interrupt if anything feels off.
Ah, shit.
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yoon Lee. Miss Yoon Lee caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission trying to take away Guyun, but you stopped her in her tracks. After bidding farewell to you, Yoon Lee pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Guyun. Wait, you messaged Master Gongshu? I had no idea. Well, that's some solid proof right there.
Ah.
However, it only proves the sword wasn't stolen up to that point.
I didn't do it!
After bidding farewell to you, Yoon Lee pretended to leave, but snuck into
shit.
the arsenal alone and stole Guyun. We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
I found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
A rose petal? Huh. I must have missed it during the search. Why was there a petal inside the case?
I don't know. But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of rose petals that's almost impossible to clean up.
My thoughts are a mess. Let me sort them out. The sword case was never locked, which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done that. And the rose petal was probably left behind by that Knight of Beauty. But how did he manage to take the sword from the Artisanship Commission? Why did he steal it after returning it here? And why would he leave that petal in the case?
I know. Guyun flew out of the case on its own. The Knight of Beauty only unlocked the box to aid its escape.
Don't be ridiculous. How can a sword escape from a case on its own?
You've never seen a flying sword before?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends. But even if it could fly, why would the Knight of Beauty do this?
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control of the sword. Maybe he was under its control even before you arrived on the Lofu.
Official Dahao, where can we find that knight?
Let me see. The docking location of Argenti's ship. The one and only.
Let's go. We've got to find Argenti before that sword completely takes over his mind.
There's nowhere convenient for that. Okay. Why they gotta make it all complicated?
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
No matter how hard you try.
I've been waiting for you here for quite a while.
He sees himself.
Knight of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyun, right? Hand it over. You have no idea how dangerous that cursed sword is.
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, the real danger is always the hand wielding the weapon. Please allow me to correct your statement. I never attempted to steal this weapon. As a Drilla's knight, I've sworn to live in poverty and possess only what is necessary.
What? What do you mean?
I agreed to assist Master Guyun in its escape from the Xianzhou. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I must not let it down. I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsmen, nor did I want to take the sword like a thief. That's why I left behind a small piece of evidence that pointed to my identity, in the hope of an open and honest conversation with you.
Whatever your reasons are, you're planning to take the cursed sword away from the Xianzhou. Hand it
Unfortunately,
over to
there's
me.
not much room in this.
Back then, it was the beauty of Master
Oh, it's like for that. I thought you basically like, get behind me, but I say, hey, enough room.
on the journey to return the sword.
Hey.
But unfortunately, Master Guyun's
You're
homeland
good.
is no longer the ideal place for it to return to. As a knight of beauty, I must not abandon it halfway.
Oh no. He's completely captivated by the power of that cursed sword. The solution is right in your hand.
The bat.
No, I am touched by Master Guyun's flawless beauty. To be honest, I'm confused why none of you can understand this sword. This is quite heartrending. I've already made up my mind to take Master Guyun away from the Xianzhou.
That cursed sword has messed with your ability to think. but I'll break you free from its grip. I'll shatter its illusion. And the sword itself.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, this sword that is under my protection, please engage me with a fair duel according to knightly etiquette. As a representative of this duel, I, Argenti, challenge you. I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that I will represent Master Guyon in this duel. If I win, you will allow Master Guyon to leave the Xianzhou with me. And if you best me, Miss Yunli, I'll accept my defeat and turn Master Guyon over to you. Do you accept my challenge, Miss Yunli?
Fine. Let's see whose desire is stronger. Your desire to take it away, or my desire to hunt down all cursed swords. Show me what you've got. You're not going to use Guyon to fight for victory?
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should rely on the skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo.
It too shall fall.
So honestly, let me quick workable.
Feel familiar.
Yes, you!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Put forth all your might.
Right on time. Liquidation!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Mountains fall!
Feel familiar.
Yes, you!
Watch your head.
Rise to the challenge.
Still waters of oblivion.
Go Nappy! Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Rise, fair witness. You're fighting a gentleman.
Riveter!
Rise to the challenge.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Right on time.
Put forth all your might.
Yes, you!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I've lost. According to the rules of a knight's duel, I should keep my promise and hand over the sword to you. But before I do that, I hope that you, as the winner, might have the mercy and listen to Master Guyon's past experiences.
This sword has been cursed since the day it was forged. Place it in front of me. And let me destroy it.
Do what she says, Knight. But... you've done so much for me already. It's time for me to face her alone. I'm weary of fighting. I just want to share my past with you. To explain why I wanted to escape. After that, I'll leave my destiny in your hands. Are you afraid to witness my past, little girl?
Afraid? Well, you do have a different aura from other cursed swords. But you're just trying to use my curiosity to lure me in.
Well, you know best that a single touch won't snatch away anyone's sanity.
Fine.
Show me your past.
It's already impossible to contact the main Cloud Knight forces. What awaits me will be a long and lonely war.
Follow me.
Is this your memory?
It's so cold here. I didn't feel it when I was in the thick of battle, but now it's freezing me to the bone. You're indeed a masterpiece from the Xianzhou Juming. If you hadn't taken control of my body, I probably would have been decapitated.
Quiet, and stay alert.
Hey, just relax. The people on this planet still use beasts to pull their carts. Looks like we're stranded on this forsaken planet for the rest of our lives.
The rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. Are you feeling any desperation? All by yourself in this...
Yeah, a bit. Perhaps.
When things get too rough for you to handle, just leave everything to me. No need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah, sure. If I really can't handle things anymore, I'll leave my body to you. But now is not that time.
Do you really think you can oppose an entire Borusan army with your limited skills? What are you holding out for?
It's true that I'm stranded here, but it seems like that Borusan pack is in the same boat. By the way, Guyan, do you know what a seed is? A seed may seem insignificant, but with careful cultivation and time, it can grow into a huge, unwavering tree. You said that the rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. You're right. That's why I intend to plant a seed named Resistance here, and nurture it for the rest of my life. I want to show the people of this land how to defend themselves against those monsters. I can already see the seed in the eyes of those people.
You really think you can do it? Why not just give me control? and we can revel in the bloodbath together.
What was the memory I just saw?
It was a memory of me and a Cloud Knight, stranded on an unfamiliar planet. We crash-landed on a planet occupied by Borison. Just the two of us.
I can feel that it was a lonely war.
I'm alive. But all the young people in the village...
They died. They died for you. They died because of your big promises. Promising them a life free from the Borison. I tasted their despair before death. They didn't see it coming. And neither will you.
We can't stay here. Let's move on to the next village.
Why? What's the point? You and your sorry excuse for an army have been fighting for over 3 decades, and you haven't won a single battle. What you're sowing is not resistance, but despair. This world is hopeless. It's completely infested with packs of Borison. You've seen their numbers, and you know their methods. And those commoners you've put your hopes in. They just kneel down and worship the monsters devouring their children and families, calling them their Beastmasters. You beheaded one of the Beastmasters for their sake, but they turned on you because they were scared of the Borison taking revenge. You remember all that, right?
I do. I remember my first death. The Borison cut off my head. But I also remember that if it weren't for a brave youngster who risked his neck to reattach my head and give me a proper burial, I would have disappeared completely. I remember everything the people did for me. They left food at the entrance of my cave, fixed my fur coat, and some even joined my resistance. The rest of the Xianzhou native's life is still terribly long. There will be new youngsters who will stand beside me in battle. Time is on our side.
You said it was a lonely war. No. It wasn't a war filled with loneliness, but with despair. So much despair that I don't want to ever taste it again.
I'm leaving.
Where are you going, Your Highness?
I'm returning to my homeland. A distant place beyond the sky. I'm not coming back.
But what should we do with you gone? What if those wolf demons show up again?
They won't, my child. You've wiped out the last of them. But before I go, I need you to do one thing for me. Even though the wolf demons are gone, new monsters will appear in this world. Soon, a demon will appear, donning golden branches and knowing only bloodshed. However, fear not, my children. I'm entrusting you with this sword that's been with me in countless battles. Use the skills I've taught you over the years, and you'll surely defeat that last demon. But that's not all. I need you to construct a stone monument for me. It must be large and sturdy enough to seal the remains of that demon forever. This is a debt you owe me, and you must fulfill it. Do you understand?
You lied to them. And you lied to me, too.
Oh?
You promised that you'd give your body to me when you couldn't handle things anymore.
Well, this Xianzhou native's life has finally come to an end, my old friend. How about one last chance for revenge? Come and bid me farewell for the final time.
He had long since come to some understanding. I could sense a mix of intricate emotions flowing out. It wasn't bloodlust, or anger, or fear. What he had left for you was hope.
They've learned how to fight monsters. But there's still one last monster lingering in the world. Kill it, my old friend. You left me there without ever looking back.
Thank you, my old friend. Heliobi can taste human emotions. How do my emotions taste, my old friend?
A hint of bitter compassion and a touch of scalding courage. Your heart's deepest desire is to end war once and for all. Now, the war is finally over. Can you hear? Even though you can't hear me anymore, my old friend, I'll do everything I can to bring an end to all conflicts in this world.
So, this is the past of the Kalevalan people's Sword of Heroes? You helped the people of that world bring an end to war?
No, I did not. I am a weapon, and I only became the cause of more conflicts. Countless monarchs of Kalevala saw me as a symbol of kingship endowed by nature, and they waged wars in order to possess me. I grew tired of their wicked intentions. I didn't want to kill for anyone anymore. So I returned to the stone monument where my master was buried. And since then, no one was able to remove me from it.
But you allowed Argenti to take you away?
Because even after all this time, I still wanted my master to come home. I felt anguish when I learned that I would be handed over to the most skilled swordmaster and once again become a tool for killing. My master had engraved his deepest desire into my blade. End war. As a weapon, my purpose was predetermined from the start. But once I fulfilled my mission, would I have the right to choose my own destiny, like he did? So, I asked the Knight of Beauty to help me break free from this never-ending cycle of bloodshed.
These thousands of years have naturally turned into memories of mine. I think I understand the beauty the knight was talking about now.
I don't want to be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago. The years spent as a tombstone were my finest.
I've told you everything about my experience with Master Guyan on Kalevala. And now, I'm sure that Miss Yun Li is as moved by the sword's flawless beauty as I was back then.
Even though I had heard the legends of this sword from the delegation, delving into its memories was still fascinating. Yun Li, I trust Guyan's experiences have changed your mind.
It wasn't until I held Guyan in my hands that I could sense its thoughts and unspoken words. I always thought a cursed sword infused with a heliobus would only bring rage and slaughter. I never thought someone could leave behind the desire to end war, and even change the nature of the cursed sword. My position was too extreme. Guyan is truly a sword of heroes. I apologize to all of you for my behavior. I'm sorry.
Now that we've proven Miss Yun Li's innocence and found the sword, should we now return it to the arsenal?
No. I'm still going to melt down this sword. I've heard your true desires, Guyan. I can sense that you're tired of being a sword. Constantly serving new masters and fighting battles you no longer want to be part of. Right?
But being a sword is my destiny. I'm doomed to serve some master and fight battles endlessly. Can the wind choose to stop blowing? Can a cloud choose to stop drifting? No. It's the same for me. A creation with a predetermined destiny.
That's not true, Guyan. That nameless swordmaster shaped his own destiny. So you can too.
I just can't picture my destiny being anything other than that of a sword.
Do you remember when you stood alone in front of the Swordmaster's stone monument? People admired you because you carried the memories of the hero. You were no longer a sword. You were a memorial.
Later, as I became worn and weathered, the gentle wind would pass through the hollows of my body, creating melodic tones that echoed in the distant mountains. I became a musical instrument then. I miss those times.
Can a creation become what it wants to be? The answer is yes. I'll grant your wish, Guyan, and transform you into something different.
Something different?
But this is the price for the war dance. If the Kalevalan delegation finds out... Please, say something, General Huayan.
Well, my granddaughter has always been stubborn. Are you really sure about this, Yuli?
What do you all think?
Fulfilling Master Guyan's wishes is the reason I came to the Xianzhou. With the Drilla's blessing, you could turn Master Guyan into a plow. But as long as it fulfills his wish to end war, I support it fully.
Then, I'll leave it to you, Yunli.
It's been an honor getting to know you like this.
The honor is mine. Thank you, Yunli.
Why the long face, my child? Are you feeling regret, perhaps? You were completely determined when melting down the sword. So, why the sudden change of heart?
Grandpa, I melted down the prize for the war dance. How are you going to explain this to the Lawfu?
Oh? Am I hearing right? This little girl is worried about her grandpa. Didn't see that coming.
If only I'd talked to you from the beginning, Grandpa. Maybe things wouldn't have escalated like this. But at least Guyan got what it wanted. I have no regrets there.
When it comes to swords, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. So, are you planning to continue melting down the rest of Hongguang's swords?
Yeah. Guyan is unique. But the other cursed swords are still too dangerous for anyone to handle. But maybe I'll try to be more patient next time.
Be more patient. Well said. Remember what you learned today, because there will be many more situations in the future that will require you to be more patient.
Understood. But what about the prize?
Well, ever since you showed up at the ceremony, I had a hunch. So I prepared another sword as a backup plan. And don't worry, this one has nothing to do with Heliobi.
That's perfect.
By the way, the ambassador from Kalevala and that knight went to Aurum Alley. They're looking for a spot to honor the hero. Why don't we go take a look together?
Yeah, like, I didn't know it was gonna have this whole... And this is a long quest, low-key. I have no idea what the rewards are, either. But it's been a lot of interesting story and cutscenes and stuff. Like the sword that was going to be gifted out, it's, like, sentient. It has, like, a ghost in it.
Is there new sections? New sections?
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
New locations?
Yes, but not a new planet. It's just new places on the same planet.
Oh.
It's on the Lufo.
Thought they would introduce a whole new planet.
Yeah.
Huayan.
It was sounding like we were going back to a previous planet anyway.
My granddaughter was inspired by the heroic legends told by the
There certainly is room for later adding some more
so
planets,
she dragged
but
me here to take a look.
it makes sense that there's so many open-ended things on
I
planets.
come from a long line of Kalevala monument keepers. For generations, my family has guarded the stone monument left
Like, if you
behind
think about
by
it, Urillo,
nameless hero.
the ice planet. I'm sure you beat that one, right?
Yes.
So remember at the end where that bridge is?
branches
You can't go past that bridge. They're building onto the next area. You know what I mean? That's gonna. They were coming back there.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Before leaving Kalevala,
Just how like
took a
every
branch from that
planet had
golden tree.
open-ended stuff that we just didn't
Built the
return to.
planet here to represent the hero returning to
Plus,
his
it's still like working on the underworlders and the overworlders going back to each other, and
We
there's
Xianzhou people don't
there's
make
been some like
coffins
follow-up
or
with
set up
that, but
memorials. So
still
I'm sure
more
he would be
going on.
happy to rest here where life is.
You got the add-on here.
The hero had asked our ancestors to carve something into the monument, so I made a copy of it too. While the inscription is pretty worn with age, perhaps you can still make out some of it.
I have drifted far from my homeland and am on the brink of death. Yet, I take solace in having honorably fulfilled my duties. Should you feel compassion for me, kind traveler, please take a handful of soil hence and bring it back to the Lawfu. Mr. Pavo, I wonder if that hero ever left a name in your history.
I apologize, but the hero's epic battles happened long ago, and he did not leave any name for us to call him. But in our mythology, he came from the heavens, and so we call him.
Welcome home, Cloud Knight.
Now, you can also rest here, Guyan.
Sword of Plowshares. And the funny thing is, that's a magic card. Little known fact there. Well, you got a big award on that, plus whatever's here. Not enough there. I think I said turn up my mouse. It's another level. Almost 77. Wonder if it gave me more material. Yes. Not a lot though. No weekly cap for the bosses. It's looking like Divergent Universe then, huh?
Thank you.
Now that this
Thank you.
As a punishment for being an accomplice in this theft, General Huayan, this is not a punishment. However, I plan.
I guess that sums up that. So, do I have any? No.
Oh.
Cleared up and caught up again. At least until next banner. Feels good to catch up on story.
Yep.
Yeah. So now, Divergent Universe. Still working on my tree in there. Although, it's doing pretty well. That's all that's left.
Wow.
Yeah. Put a lot of work on the Divergent Universe. I have not checked her to store in a while. What do I even have? I should probably save and buy that. Cool. -3? Sure. This is almost like when you're like Hades runs, almost. For Annabeth's pretty good. So is this one. This is a little bit more synergistic. Oh shit. Is it elation or erudition? Wait. Wait. Delation. Nice. It's a good start.
What is that? Feeling lucky.
Damn it. You're so slow, Ratio.
No dirty tricks.
Right.
Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Knowledge, the measure of truth, and
Do 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 do. So pretty much my project for the next little while is just completing this character and rolling on her. Yeah. Oh, Reflection's just really good. Doctor of Love, healing with our follow-ups. Break damage. That's pretty good. Good damage, yeah. Ooh. I say reward. Tantalizing. All right. It's pretty good. Ooh. Preservation. Ooh, elation. I don't really want abundance. I don't. Oh, well, I haven't picked this one yet. So I should grab it actually. For progression's sake. I haven't grabbed either of these two. Nice. I guess we'll take that one. They're new, but we'll try them.
Feeling lucky.
Oh my god. Well, that's a whoops, but that's okay. Weakness. Damn, she took out the first row.
Investing in victory means playing the long game!
I don't give Robin enough credit sometimes.
Harmony and unison.
Answer me.
Think about these guys too?
I hope for an end to
Yeah, they're level 88. They're above the cap.
Star's Echo.
But because your characters, because they're higher, you scale out of control too with all your buffs. Depending on how you roll anyway. Because you could also just get bad rolls. Doodly doo 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 doo. More spores. Ooh, but that's really good. Yeah, I don't care about the fact this goes further path. Oh, I kind of do though, damn. Okay, fine. Increases defense, it's pretty good. Alright, we got Firesmith. To the first boss.
I hear some disharmony.
Let's see, before starting the boss, we go to the workbench. Reflection. First things first. Doctor of Love will heal and do that. It synergizes with that. Increase our max HP. That'll speed us up for 2 turns, but not. Yeah. 27% increase is pretty nice. Okay.
Feeling lucky.
Perfect.
The show begins.
Smack him with the book.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! Harmony and unison. Confiscated!
I maybe should actually go manual. This is a boss.
The dice have been cast. Bust.
This is about one of the few times actually I do take it off with auto. It's each level's boss in Divergent Universe. But like if it missed targets, does something in the wrong order, it could be kind of detrimental.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Mediocre.
Listen to the final song of life.
He'll follow up.
0 points.
Easy, Numby.
He's next in the order.
Liquidation! Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Watch your head.
Why is it too close?
Hedge
They
your
hit
bets.
her. They didn't. What is it? This isn't the bottle, but okay, well, we'll get our buff.
Star's Echo!
Accelerate the team.
Riveter!
Follow up.
0 points.
That's unfortunate.
The dice have been cast. Bust.
Yes.
Or maybe I'll take it all.
The market is right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Enough for the debuffs.
Confiscated!
Let's go.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Listen to the final song of life. Harmony and unison. Let the valuation begin. Tonight.
That's gonna be a big damage bonus. Alright.
Liquidation.
Watch your head. 0 points. Your answers? A test. Free.
Go Nappy!
Let's go. Took one out. Don't think we'll get both. That is fine.
Answer me. 0 points. Hedge your bets.
It's fine enough. We'll get 2 chests. What's this one? Sure. Okay. Sure. Fire. It's 2 of my characters. That's really good. Honestly, that one's a little bit better. You already have so much follow-up. That's pretty good. We have 406 for the store. Yeah, that goes to my spores. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's additionally teleporting. Domain of wealth.
I accept, as would any man.
It's not bad, but damn. Huh? Oh. Well. Well. Curio wheel. Nice. Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Dangerous thoughts. Resonate all together.
This is gonna sometimes be a little overly difficult, so we're gonna be careful.
Market is right. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
You fool!
You do a lot of freaking damage, bro.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Easy, Numby.
Bust.
Confiscated.
Hedge your bets.
I'm asking questions. Answer me. 0 points. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Low risk, high reward.
0 points.
Watch your head. It's on me.
Surrender. Tonight, Stars Echo.
Off the team. Sorry.
Test. Free.
Sure, I'll play along. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Liquidation. Right. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
Answer me. 0 points.
Watch your head.
Listen to the final song of life. Let the valuation begin.
Hedge your bets.
Your answers? Test. Free.
Go Nutty!
Nice. You're okay. Let's do it.
Dangerous thoughts.
Dangerous thoughts.
Need all together. It's okay. It's okay. Easy, Numby.
Liquidation! The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Stars Echo.
I'm asking questions. Answer me. 0 points. SAS knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Go Numby.
0 points.
The market is unpriced. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
Liquidation! Sure, I'll play along. Watch your head.
Test. Free.
No dirty tricks. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
I hope for an end to strife in the world. Tonight, Stars Echo.
Go team.
Let the valuation begin. Go Numby.
Hedge your bets.
Answer me. 0 points. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth.
I'll be very dead.
Easy, Numby. Liquidation. The market is unpriced. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
How's that?
reward.
Nice. It.
Feeling lucky.
Feeling lucky.
Show begins.
Smack her with a book.
Dangerous thoughts.
Dangerous thoughts.
Easy, Numby. Go, Numby! Stars echo.
Let's accelerate.
Evaluation begins. Liquidation.
Sure, I'll play along. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head. Your answers? Answer me. 0 points.
Yo, today's my B-day.
Hey Grim! Happy birthday! I've been sucked into work today.
Tie.
No problem, Grim. Sorry I wasn't able to respond to you, man. It's just
I
work.
went to Six Flags.
Hey, nice. I haven't been to an amusement park in years, bro.
SAS knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
The dice have bust.
Kinda wishing I
Or
had
maybe
held
I'll take
divers
it
too.
The market is unpredictable.
Investing in victory means playing the
That's definitely one of those things. Just wish list it and promote it.
The market is unpredictable.
Maybe in due time.
Investing in victory means playing the long game.
This guy's coming for them.
The local gas station plays it a lot, so I have a chance to play OT.
Nice.
I may be a scare actor.
Scare actor?
The Fright Fest.
Nice.
Confiscated.
Had an audition in Irving.
Nice. I hope that goes well. Sounds like the kind of thing you'd have some fun with.
Anyways, TTYL.
Fair enough. You enjoy your birthday? Thank you for popping in. Take care, bro. Good luck.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. maybe I'll take it all.
Stars Echo!
SAS knowledge, the measure of truth.
Might do a lot. Almost. Oh. Next phase.
Watch your head. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Your answers?
The market is unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Test. Essay and knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. 0 points.
Rivet trip!
Expected as much, but
Answer me. 0 points.
I hope for an end to strife in the world. Harmony and unison. Right. Stars Echo!
Your answers? Test.
there we go.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
SAS knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
The market is right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
0 points.
Oh shit, Robin.
I'm asking questions. Answer me. 0 points.
There we go, she gets some shield. Why are they targeting Robin? Leave her alone.
Stars Echo! Liquidation!
Spend freely.
Test.
That's a lot of damage. Oh, Robin. Why are they trying so hard to kill her?
I can still let the valuation begin.
Oh.
Go Nappy!
Go, Robin.
Watch your head. The dice have been cast.
Like,
Bust.
immediately just refroze
Or maybe I'll
her.
take it all.
Your answers? Answer me. 0 points.
Easy, Numby. Liquidation! The market is unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Right. Oh. Yeah. Really needs only one thing. Yeah. Certain match need destruction addition. It's cleared out, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I think we actually have everything looking good as far as that's concerned. I just gotta look at what's good for my build. Because I can hit it first. Yeah, heals everybody. Crit damage or follow-ups. Crit rates are good. Yeah, Frozen was annoying already. Well,
I accept, as would any man.
ability. That's pretty whatever. Okay. Respite before the big boss, huh? Work. Oh, right, workbench. All right. It's looking good.
You learn to know yourself.
The final
before your
boss.
enemy.
Feeling lucky.
The show begins.
Let us begin.
No dirty tricks.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth. And
Honestly, let's start with Rollins. We can't be waiting, just keep it pummeled.
Cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head. 0 points.
Let the valuation begin. Go Nappy! Market of unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Sure, I'll play along.
I'm asking questions. Test. 0 points.
Oh,
You fool!
Liquidation!
Watch your head. No dirty. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Hedge your bets.
Your answers? Answer me.
No dirty tricks, all right?
Pressing it all together. Go Nappy!
Watch your head.
Time to suffer.
Mediocre. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Night. Stars echo.
Zero points. The dice have been cast.
Yo, yo.
Maybe I'll take it off.
Welcome back.
Watch your head. No dirty tricks, all right?
Test.
Market of unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! Riveter! Time to suffer.
Watch your head. Sure, I'll play along. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Answer me. 0 points.
Listen to the final song of life. Night. Stars echo.
Uh-huh.
Go Nappy!
5 raiders from
Hey, anchors! Welcome!
Watch your head.
Wow, blue eyes are very nice.
Tennis. Play some goddamn tennis.
Uh-oh. No wonder that wasn't working.
Alright, match point. Here we go.
Liquidation!
SAS Perkibi.
I'll take that out.
He said Brawlhalla players, I swear. Shut up. Shut up, Winter.
Winter.
No
Nah,
one asked
bro.
you.
You got me.
Or maybe I'll take you.
You got me fucked up.
No one asked you.
The market is unpredictable. Investing in victory.
And be accelerate.
Hedge your bets.
How you doing, Acres?
I'm asking questions. Answer me.
I tell you.
I'm pretty good. I also had a intense day at work, so glad to kind of relax. I've completed all the story quests that was released for Honkai, so I eagerly await the next block. This is a Divergent Universe, which I guess is kind of like the Honkai equivalent to Hades, I guess. Like one of their Hades modes.
Watch your head. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Stars echo.
Noise. I'll speak to it. That's fine. We're in the last health bar of this boss. This is the final boss. All these enemies basically equal the health.
SAS knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. SAS knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Let the valuation begin.
She isn't really weak to anyone in my party, which is kind of annoying.
The market is right. Investing in victory means playing the long game. The market is right. Investing in victory.
Start Numby again.
Judgment is here.
Watch your head.
Time to suffer. Steady.
The redemption. No dirty trick.
Follow up, follow up. Sheesh. Okay, just don't target her for the turn, that's fine. Take him out? Maybe? Almost. Venturing. There we go.
The dice have been cast.
It spawned a whole nother. Okay. This one's fire weak.
Bust.
We can work it down a little faster.
Take it all.
I hope for an end to strife in the world. Night. Stars echo.
Accelerate the team. Give him a buff.
Go Nappy! The market is unpredictable. Investing in victory means playing the long game.
This should.
SAS knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. 0 points.
Time to suffer.
Watch your head.
What is the health for these guys from third wave? Maybe it's just insane shield.
No dirty tricks, alright? Watch your head.
Shireen's close to another ult.
Low risk, high reward. Liquidation.
The dice have
Ooh, adventuring.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Hedge your bets.
There we go. Number follow
No
up.
dirty. Watch your head. The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
May song bring us victory. Harmony and unison. Right. Stars echo.
Yep, support and alt.
Go Nappy!
Sure, I'll play along. Watch your head.
Almost. Oh, adventuring's gonna hit you out. Oof. Adventuring finish.
Just as my
Whoa.
calculations predicted.
That was tough. That's a clear.
It's bedtime. Good night. Have a great rest of your stream.
Fair enough, Hakers. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the raid. We'll see you again soon. Sent me a lot of rewards there. First off, the inspiration circuit. Got two of these. Attack, fight to hit rate, defense, max HP, high persistence. So attack and HP. Do defense next. Okay. Synchronicity level 37. I don't suppose we got any randomly. No. Point wise, we're back up to 41. Okay. We did this 4 times. Yoon Lin's in this party still. That should be fine though. Yeah, they can just auto this. Let's see how it works.
Go Nappy! Again. Right on time. Yes, you! Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game! Again. Right on time. Descend to earth!
Damn.
Watch your head.
Yes, you! Leap through clouds!
Damn. She's not even fully built yet.
Right on time. Watch your head. Yes, you. Stars echo. Spring mountains. Liquidation. Strike.
Damn. Not bad, not bad. Let's see what we got going on here. We got 5. There's progress. No books, right? Yeah. I'm assuming I didn't get any. No. Okay. It kind of sums up Honkai today, honestly. Did a lot. We completed the main story questing for now. There's literally nothing else to do until they drop more story dailies and grinding for the characters, of course, but like caught up on story again. I don't even think it's been a full week of this character being dropped. Oops. Shit. Just one too many. I feel like I do need to return to the new area. What? Is this a portal somewhere? Where does this go? Oh shit, that's the new area. Actually, I was just talking about the Shackman prison. Yeah, because I think there's probably gonna be new enemies and stuff there now. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot in the Shackling prison. Oh, well. I think for right now though, I didn't initially intend to do Pokemon after this. But I ended up playing 3.5 hours. There was just a lot more content than I initially thought. They had a whole extra quest line after completing the main one. So after completing all that, it does feel pretty good to get it done, but now there's no more content for me. At least for a little while. My guess is I'll probably do the dailies tomorrow and then get into Pokemon. So tomorrow we'll get back into Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. Let me see who we're gonna raid. Let's see. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that follow button, join the community. We'll be back live tomorrow with the Afterwork stream. Probably about like 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, and of course, those of you guys on YouTube, don't forget to follow us on Twitch. Let's see, we got Deglamong, Reg. Yeah, let's say it's at the Deglamong. What's he playing? Games and demos. Okay. Looks like Don't Starve, though, to be honest. Looks like modded Don't Starve. Alright, everybody. Let's share the love with Degla. Until next time, stay gold. Peace.